Okay?
Okay, for that one, I'm very happy.
You're very welcome. Thank you for calling us, George. Let's go to Hachu. Here's Kofi. Hi, Kofi. Good morning.
Yeah, Kojo, how are you?
I'm very well, sir.
In regards to Enimwa and Winston.
Them take them.
Collect them.
Yeah. Well, I tried fervently to call previously, but I couldn't. But if I can be allowed to just make a comment on the shooting incident. For me, I think that the Peace Council, the Catholic Bishops' Conference, they even said they are engaging the president at a higher level. That is why they are not talking. But during Mohammed's time, they were always lambasting him here and there. So the Peace Council, are those people paid by our taxes? I mean, how is their setup like? Because they are supposed to be championing the peace message. They are supposed to be rebuking whoever is at fault. Always, if you see their statements, they always refer to NDC MPP. But during Mohammed's time, they single out NDC and critique them. How come that today they can't issue a statement on how Akumsin did, going to a polling station, wielding arms, and then shooting EC officials fleeing the scene? What kind of logic is there? Why would anybody do that? Until now, she is still occupying her office. She is being paid by our taxes. And anytime somebody tells you that, oh, MP's job is nothing to write home about, you are not getting anything, look at what is happening. Today, when they come to your studio next time, please make sure you scrutinize them.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Let's go to Tamale. Here's Kelvin. Hello, Kelvin.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. So what's on your mind, Chairman?
All right. My mind is that, for me, campaign song doesn't influence my vote. The policies is what influences my vote. My view about musicians who also compose songs for political parties is not always like antagonistic. If you look at Daddy Lumba, for instance, he's my favorite. In 2012, he said the song that he did for MPP, Na 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 Do or a Winner, that song, he does music for living. So if NDC comes his way and says he should do a song for them, he doesn't have a problem. That is what he does to feed himself and his family. So that is his job. And I think Ghanaians should see it as such.
Thank you. Point well made, Kelvin in Tamale. You can call us too. You know the number 0302-216-541, 0244-340-437. Do we have any Facebook comments on any of our posts anymore?
Not yet. So I'm just loading the internet.
Okay, all right. We'll see if we can share a few of your comments on our Facebook page. You've been talking about the songs, and I think we've already spoken to Kelvin in Tamale. Francis, hello, good morning, Francis.
Hey, hello, good morning, Kojo.
You sound like you are about to sing your favorite campaign song, Meboa.
I was just want to sing for John Mahama.
I see. John Mahama DB. Okay, so what do you think? Do the songs influence your choice of candidate?
Oh, no. You see, in this kind of campaign, the message on the ground will let the voters vote for you. But the music make the people dance on the campaign platform very well. But the message, if the message is not the good side, people will not vote for you. But for this one, dear, but seriously, I want to ask this: the woman who go and make the gunshot at the Kaswa. Are you a registration officer or are you a EC? Prevent people not to vote. What is the evidence that people are passing from somewhere to come and vote? Why can't you go to the EC to lodge your complaint by shooting people?
Well, she didn't shoot people.
Yes,
she says she fired a warning shot.
Yes, she fired a warning shot, but it's not the right thing to do. If you have a complaint, you just draw the EC attention that this is the problem that I have. Why can't you go there and find your complaint.
Very well, thank you. Nana Kweku Yunkumase. Nana Kweku, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thanks for calling.
You know me, I've always been saying it. I dislike politicians. They are all tricksters. So I call them tricksters, not politicians. And in fact, none of the songs influences me. And I don't think that influences any other person. Probably people will dance to it. The tunes, na 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 na, and then Mahama paper or whatever it is. Anyone can get any song, and then people will dance to it. But at the end of the day, I don't think that song influences anyone to vote. They will dance to the tune, yes, but the voting time, they will vote. And then on the issue about how I come in, you see, I blame you journalists because you don't. Any person can just come on radio and come and say a whole lot of things. They'll talk about a whole lot of things. And journalists wouldn't point out to them that whatever you're saying is a lie. Tell the person is a lie to the face. But you sit there and you allow them to talk. Journalists now or radio stations have now become a conveyor belt. Someone just gets it in press conference and they go there, they don't ask any questions, and then people just talk. And that's been how I could see one should be fired, two, she should have been prosecuted by now. And the orchestras of parliament, if they see themselves to be noblemen and women in the House of Parliament, right now, her privileges should have been taken away from her. And then the president fire her, and then she should be prosecuted for that. Because you don't go to, the orchestras, a woman, honorable, they should act honorably, not those kind of things that they've been doing.
Thank you. Kumasi is where we'll stay to talk to Kwame. Kwame, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
I am solid. So, okay. Captain, what's on your mind?
Yes, with the songs. Which one did you say you prefer?
I like that one, the one with the John Mahama Debi.
Kojo, I'm not surprised. You will like that.
What? Really? What is it about the song that doesn't surprise you?
Yes, because it comes with a lot of vibes.
Yeah. And I like vibes.
Yes, I know. I'm not surprised. Yes, but I mean, generally, I don't think really these songs, contribute to the kind of choices we make. Basically, they remain as they are. They come with the choices. You understand? Yes, the vibes. Yes, so basically, it stays at that. Yes, but if it's about election and why we choose people, then we want to look at the content of what they can deliver, their policies, those are the things we want to look at. The songs, they stay as they are, just vibes, and then we dance to them, and that's all. Yeah. Okay, so I want to make a little contribution on the minister's issue.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. Has she really accepted that she fired the gunshot?
That is what she said.
That's what she says as well. Okay, but I think that we have to look at all the circumstances that surround the case. Electoral violence should not be countenance. You understand? So it is very important we look at all the issues that surround it. What happened? What actually premeditated that? We have to look at all those scenarios from both sides, from the MP and from I think the contestants and all that. Then at least we can have a very good encyclopedic overview of the scenario, and then that should be fine. I think that is how we are supposed to approach it. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right, Nee's in asylum down. Hi, Nee.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning. I'm very well.
Okay. I just want to comment on how Akomsin's issue.
Okay.
All right, and this one is a direct message to the president. Mr. President, some of us supported you for 8 years, you lost, another 8 years, you lost, and now you have the power. The people who supported you with money. Don't let them spoil your presidency. It is not them we are looking up to. Please do something now, because these are some of the things at the end of almost to the elections will make you lose face and you will lose the election. Mr. President, if you don't want to lose the election, do something today. Thank you.
Thank you, Nee. Lashibi is our next stop. Hi, Donko.
Hey, boss. How are you doing?
Chief, I'm not bad. Good to hear you, man.
They be. I have a place at the Sacramento Beach over there. During the election time, those songs when, in fact, the holidays time, and then the DJ plays, they see the environment, they see people are getting done, no, then you push that song inside. they see people, hey! And then when it reach where the bass is, lower the tweeters small, then the bass, then you see people, hey! Then you see them coming to the counter to buy drinks, hey! But that doesn't mean that those people voted for him.
Oh!
They are the policy.
So how about you? Did you vote because of the song?
Oh, no, I didn't vote. I look at the policies.
Okay,
the song
okay.
ADB. If you have the correct amplifiers and things, and you tune, ask the DJs, they'll tell you. Yes, but on the more serious note, in fact, like last week on the Joy, the Saturday's program, I think one of the panelists said that the Peace Council should be disbanded. In fact, if they don't issue any statement, categorical statement on that, I support that issue that they should be disbanded. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. Taifa is where we're going next. Here's Kwame. Kwame, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
Commander, what's on your mind?
I hope you're doing well.
We're holding it. We're holding it down.
Thank God. So I have just a few comments to make. The first one about the campaign songs.
Yeah.
I was surprised people were saying they are not moved by the campaign songs. I think the campaign songs contain messages. For example, if you should be listening to the one with the John Mahama and then Nana Oyewina. The campaign promises and then the policies of the government are all contained in the song. So apart from the vibe that people dance to, the campaign songs as well also convey the messages of the political parties. So if you listen to the songs and you like the messages in there, I don't see why it wouldn't influence your choice of who becomes the president. Do you get it?
I get you.
Yes. Okay. And the second one would have to do with the registration violence that we are seeing in the country. My problem is, it looks like almost every time we have a registration of voters, this problem persists. And I would like to know, is it like we can't have this registration exercise carried out so that if I were to register in one constituency, I can't register in another constituency? I should think that should be the way forward. So that if I should register in Dome Kwabenya constituency where I'm calling from, okay, then I vote here. I cannot go and vote somewhere else. So I shouldn't see the reason why someone should prevent me from registering in the constituency because I do not reside there. It should be my choice. If I decide to vote in Bupugu Yoyo, that should be my choice. And I vote once. I don't have the opportunity to vote in Dome Kwabenya and go and vote in another constituency. So if the electoral process, the registration process should be done such that one has only the opportunity to vote once, then that should be it. But it looks like almost every time we have these reforms, but then the reforms are not really addressing the main problems on the ground. The problem on the ground, as I see it, is that people have the opportunity to vote in different constituencies. That's why people are being prevented. Because if I wouldn't have the opportunity to vote in different constituencies, why should I be prevented? Apart from the fact that I don't reside in the constituency.
Yeah, I think I get your point. Yeah, thank you for making that contribution. Let's go to Teshi. Here's Emmanuel.
Good morning.
Chief letter writer, good morning. I'll be.
Cool. This is Emmanuel Dracon. You remember me?
Oh, yes, Emmanuel.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm good by the grace of God.
So, what's up?
Yeah, cool. I think talking about the songs, I'll go for the anthem of the NDC. You know, any day. I mean, that song is just so nice. And so, but I think that I don't vote based on the songs they sing, but it works for a certain group of people. You know, there are people that when they hear the song, just by listening to the song, they don't care about any other thing. But the elite class, I don't think that they really go for the songs. But NDC's, what's it called? The anthem. Any day, that song is very, very nice.
That song is getting fans this morning. Thank you very much, Emmanuel in Teshi. In fact, thanks to all of you who have called us. We love it when you guys call. Kwame in Taifa, Donko in Lashibi, me in Asylum Down, Kwame na in Kumasi, Nana Kwiku in Kumasi as well, Kelvin in Tamale, Kofi in Hachu, George in Kumasi. Yes, all of you. Thank you so much for calling us. And somebody is saying, hey, Kojo, what are these titles you are giving people? Chairman, Captain, General, Chief Letter Writer. I have more where that came from. So when you call me, I'll give you a title straight. All right, so when we come back, we're going to speak to a political marketing strategist. Yeah, Dr. Kobe Mensah. And we'll see if we can explore the real impact of these songs, these campaign songs, and what they really do for a campaign. Also, we'll be reading a few of your Facebook comments, more tweets, and more WhatsApps. Yeah, it's you we want to hear on the show. So that'll happen right after these.
Every day, thousands of men, women, and children all over Ghana need blood transfusion to live again. And you can do something to help.
My name is Kenneth Ashigbe. I am a member of the Ghana Blood Foundation. If indeed blood cannot be manufactured, if blood will be available for someone to live, would be available for you to live, it means someone else decided to donate it. Save blood saves life. So I encourage you to give blood on a regular basis, between 2 or 3 times in a year, and make the world a healthier place to live in.
Contact the National Blood Service on 0277 501 010 for further inquiries. Save blood, saves lives.
Have you always wanted to study for UK accredited qualifications online? Well, this is your opportunity. Joy FM and Joy News have partnered with the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, the SDG Advisory Unit of the Office of the President of Ghana, the National Commission for Civic Education, and the National Youth Authority to bring you the Commonwealth Home Individual Management Program. Study for 36 accredited modules across areas such as project management, operational management, customer service, business finance, business management, and communication techniques from the comfort of your home, your computer, or your phone for the heavily subsidized price of 185 Ghana cedis only. Yes, you heard right. Study for 36 accredited modules and certificates for a greatly subsidized 185 Ghana cedis only. Don't miss out on this opportunity to increase your knowledge, increase your employability, and earn UK accredited qualifications during these uncertain times that have been created by COVID-19. No qualifications are required to register. For more information or to register, go to www.chimeghana.org or call or WhatsApp 059 460 4444.
Charlie, I'm a hot. Oh, me fucking come rough.
This man like you, why?
That damn radio show is coming back to Joy FM. Corruption Watch or whatever you call it.
Yeah, but I think that show is good for Ghana, huh?
Good for Ghana? You're not correct there.
Oh.
How do you think I make all this money? You see, for people like me, who depend on kickbacks and shady deals, you know, let me tell you something. Corruption Watch is bad for business.
Get ready for more fire on Corruption Watch. Join us as we expose corruption, give a voice to the victims, and put pressure on authorities for the culprits to be punished. Yes, the Corruption Watch show is back on Joy997 FM starting Wednesday, July 8th at 8:45 a.m. Corruption Watch is funded by Danida, and the partners for the project are CDD Ghana, GACC, GII, Asila, Joy FM, and Ajum FM. Tune in and find out how you can join in the fight against corruption.
Joy 99.7 FM.
He's up bright and early, serving your premium morning radio show. The Morning Man. It's the Morning Man.
Hey, Baba. Alrighty then, you're welcome back to the Super Morning Show on Joy, and we've got quite a bit of time to go. We're going to have the opportunity to hear from Dr. Kobe Mensah, political marketing strategist, to figure out how these these campaign songs play a role in the fortunes of political campaigns. Now, by the way, this whole thing came about because we listened to Showbiz A to Z over the weekend. George Quay and his team brought a fantastic show. They spoke to all kinds of celebrities about their role in politics, and it brought about this whole thing about the songs and the roles that the songs play, and how we view artists who perform songs for political parties. It was a fascinating conversation. You heard people like Berima Sydney talk about how for him it's a job. It's a job. You pay him, he'll make you a song. Doesn't matter which party you belong to. He doesn't have to support you. Just pay him. He's a musician. You pay him, he'll do his job. Yeah, others thought, no, if you make a song for a political party, then you belong to that party. Today, I have said that I like one of the songs. Which one is it again? That's the Onapo, right? I said I like Onapo. People are telling me that it's because I'm NDC. You see, so your political affiliation affects your musical taste. Anyway, so it's a conversation, a necessary conversation, and we're about to hear from the expert, Dr. Kobe Mensah. Before that, the internet, well, it's a highway for your business. Have you ever spent hours downloading your business files or missed a tight deadline because of your unreliable internet? Well, with MTN Business, your business cruises on the most reliable, high-speed, secure, dedicated internet service. So just dial *5057# to connect today and enjoy premium internet access designed for your specific business needs today, everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. Now look, you need to be a citizen. Join EcoBank and Joy FM in the hashtag 10 Ghana challenge by donating at least 10 Ghana cedis towards the completion of Ghana's first infectious disease center to fight COVID-19 and future pandemics. To donate, dial *725# on any mobile money wallet and follow the prompt using the till number 32682570. Okay, 32682570. Now, if you're an EcoBank mobile user, just donate using the Billa option under donations. If you want to know more, call. The toll-free short code is 3225. EcoBank and Joy FM, we care. So remember to observe all the social distancing protocols, wash your hands frequently under running water for at least 20 seconds and avoid touching your face, okay? Ghana COVID-19 Private Sector Fund, in this together, surviving together. Stay safe. Joy FM, radio for discerning listeners. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Now, thanks for all of your text messages. They are brought to you on the Super Morning Show by Glycocritical Illness Plan. GSIP, it's in your best interest to survive. Now, let me give you your COVID-19 safety tips for today. Okay, now to protect yourself and others against COVID-19, clean your hands frequently and thoroughly. After washing your hands with soap and running water, you can use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Now keep these hand sanitizers out of children's reach. Teach them how to apply the sanitizer and monitor its use. Just apply a coin-sized amount into your palm, and there's no need to use a large amount of the product. Just avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose immediately after using the alcohol-based hand sanitizer because it can cause irritation, okay? Now, alcohol-based hand sanitizer are flammable, so do not use them before handling fire or cooking, and do not drink alcohol-based sanitizers, okay? They can be poisonous.
You know that me love you only. Me love how you wine for me. You kill me when you call me. My heart desire. You are the only one I require. I require forever, forever, forever. You know say I don't go to take another. Make them talk. I don't go bother. If you know be you, then my paper. Oh yeah, my paper. Oh yeah, frankly paper. Inshallah.
Have you ever seen Ekrospio Gabra dancing to this song before? Hey! Am I guess also? Hey! He was shaku-shakuing his way across the stage and doing it well.
My mommy loves this song. Yeah, she does. Absolutely, yeah.
All right, okay. Let's talk to Dr. Kobe Mensah. He's a political marketing strategist. Dr. Mensah, thank you for your time. Good morning.
Hello, thank you, Absu. How are you?
Absu, I'm very, very well indeed. Now, Doc, it seems like a small thing, these songs. Seem like just a little thing to, rouse the rabble and get people excited. But do they do a bit more than that? Do they actually contribute to the fortunes of a party in an election?
Well, certainly. Thanks for having me. Let me say hello to everybody, especially my students. I'm sure a lot of them are listening. Political campaigning has actually moved into more of a science these days. It's almost a cliche for us to say that everything is actually science now, but it's true that the way campaigns were conducted those days has actually changed, and it's based on certain principles. For example, there's understanding that consumers do not have time now. All right, so there's a lot of choice in the system. People don't have time. Also there's clutter, so competition, plenty, information out there that the consumer has to sift through to actually get what they're looking for. Now, don't forget, when you're going to buy something, you just don't get up and buy. You have to go through certain processes. So there's a theory called consumer behavior that actually tells us that once you identify that there's a problem, you go on to look for information, you compare, alternatives before you actually make a choice, So these processes are actually seeped into, or they have actually seeped into politics in terms of campaigning. So if you look at the way the songs actually composed, they don't just come out to actually compose it, but they actually compose them with a certain understanding that it has to attract, it has to retain attention. It has to be able to, persuade someone to do an activity. And because we're saying that there's information overload, people are not going to go out there to look out for which policy or B that you have actually, framed. So when you give them a song that perhaps contains some of your promises or some of your policy positions, it is one short way of people consuming or coming to understand exactly what you actually provided. And as a result, influencing their vote. So it may not necessarily tell you that, yes, go and vote party A or B, and then you go and do it. But then it has certain effects, cognitive effects, for example, that you can actually recall the message. It has some affective effect. For example, I heard someone say they like Lumba so much, and because of that, once you hear Lumba's voice, they're already in love with the communication. And of course, in terms of what we call connectors, that is taking action, you may not necessarily take the action by voting, but you may recommend it, or you may actually speak about it in a conversation with a colleague or a family member. So these are some of the scientific, kind of things that we're talking about that the campaign has actually assumed.
That's fascinating. So, it's not just an empty exercise. There's some strategy that goes into this. But so do the two parties tend to take different approaches to selecting songs, or are they all just trying to get something that's catchy and will, ginger the crowd?
I think that there is also some form of identity and differentiation that actually goes on. A center-left party is completely different from a center-right party. And if I put it, in our context, we're talking about MPP being a center-right party, NDC being a center-left party, CPP being a center-left party, for example, as well as PNC. So when you have to, in branding, you have to make sure that all your communication actually reflects on your brand identity. And as a result, reflects in the consumer's choice, the way they actually choose you. So when they're actually making these songs, it has to have, the song has to have some kind of reflection, on the party's identity. So yes, they would not actually choose it because they want it to be popular or what they want it to be, resonating with the people. But it also has to have some connection with the political party's ideology and its position in terms of the candidates, in terms of the policies. There is what we call association network model of memory, all right? So if you want to actually remember something, perhaps you met somebody in a market, you can't actually remember the person's name. But once you say the person's name with the market that you went, because the market actually serves as a node, immediately you press on your phone that maybe Osu market or whatever market, the person's name actually pops up. And these are some of the theories that are actually used to actually compose some of these songs or compose some of these advertisements. So yes, there is an association with the party's identity, with the party's candidate, and of course with the party's message or policy. So yes, they don't actually do it because of popularity, as I said, but the other element that actually goes on there further than that.
Okay, so what should be the strategy going into 2020? I mean, we've got such a catalogue of songs for each party. Should they be seeking to sort of have a new release? Would that in some way, work things out in their favor? Or should they just bring back the old favorites?
It depends on the research that the team actually, the team handling the campaign actually does and what the findings are actually saying. I mean, we have a lot of people who will tell you that, they love the J. Kufuor song. That is the time when we were experiencing really marketing into the political domain. So it was so catchy, it was so popular. Of course, it was so unifying, but that belongs to J. Kufuor at the time. All right, we have, the ones that you've been playing, Mahama Paper, of course. You had EDB, etc. I think that because of the change in candidates, and this time there's no change in candidate because we have both the two candidates being the same from the NDC and MPP side. So there is a change. But then if, you have these two candidates being, the point is that has the message changed? If the message is changed, you would have to actually adapt the music or the campaign songs to actually reflect that. There are some of the songs that are actually constant, like the anthem, for example. They don't change over time. But because of the change in message and because of the change in the dominant theme, the campaign theme or the slogan, you're most likely to change the message in the rhythm may be the same, or you would want to actually opt for something. But because of the clutter, sometimes it is good to bring in something refreshing. Don't forget, they also serve as an entertainment as well as educative, content. So sometimes you want to actually move with the times to make sure that you are having something that would actually resonate with the people, that will actually captivate the people's attention, that would actually make them recall and retain the message. So I think that it's always good to have a fresh of ideas as opposed to going for the old ones.
Dr. Kobe Mensah, thank you so much for that very quick peek into your class. And we appreciate it very much. Well, it's 9:56. Why don't we wrap up with a few more of your messages?
All right, Kojo. So Jakpata says Ghanaians are suffering from massive corruption. MPP song for the year 2000 election. That's his favorite. Abdul says Mahama Paper. Fred says Onapo and Mahama Paper. Ambrose says Mahama Paper. Kofi Ngege says NDC Anthem. Elizabeth says Go Higher by Phil Parr. I Have a Dream by Patapa. That's gone into Samoa. Semenyo says John 3:16. Gilberto says John 3:16. James Xavier says John 3:16. DJ Rasby Onapo. Abonoma says Nanaya Winner. Kwesi says Onapo. Asunaba says Onapo. Abdul Razak says John 3:16. Daniel says Onapo. Virus says Onapo. Dan says Onapo. Banta says Onapo. The Good says Onapo. Mind Your Business says Onapo. Sama says Onapo. Katori says Onapo. Prosper says Onapo. I can turn my microphone up. Missy says Onapo.
Okay, all right, okay. I realize what the problem is. You need regulation. Okay, thank you anymore. Yeah. Lots of fans of that song.
But it didn't win him the election.
It didn't.
Which is instructive.
Fascinating. Anyway, today, former President John Evans Atta Mills would have been 76 years old. As his soul continues to rest in peace, we remember him as our only sitting president who passed away. His legacy, of course, lives on. Thank you all so much for listening to the Super Morning Show. We've got the Cosmopolitan Mix coming up right after the 10 o'clock news. But we'll leave you in the hands of DJ Wubete and a bit of political vim.